In the early 1980s, when personal computers became common, there was a widespread phobia and animosity towards them. Many people were afraid to touch or talk about computers. Some people were even afraid of others who had knowledge of computers. As computers became more popular, the general phobia slowly reduced. Today, PCs are an integral part of everyday life, and most people would not be able to live without them. Yet fear and animosity towards new technologies still lingers as our development continues. Technological development have accelerated over the last few decades. As a result, our lives have changed dramatically. This has resulted in a more connected world. Goods in your house may have been made thousands of kilometers away, and you can easily communicate with people everywhere in the world. Advanced technologies carry out tasks that for millennia have been done by humans. As such, the tasks that are completed locally without technology have been decreased rapidly. It is debated whether the technological development and the conditions it brings are positive factors in our society. Wendell, a farmer, writer, and poet from the United States, states that new technology destroys our community and the natural environment. He is against the use of machines which replaces humans' jobs. Warwick, a professor from Coventry in the UK, says that the future of our society lies not just in computers, but in cyborgs, AI, and robots. He states that it is the humans, not the computer, which is the problem. As he puts it, my human limitations even stop me from appreciating the possibilities that could exist. There is no doubt that today's society is dependent on new technologies, but is the technological development taking over?
Barry believes that it is, and is highly skeptical of the introduction of advanced technology into our lives. Barry argues strongly against the decline of the importance of manpower in everyday life, and is very critical of the machines that replaces it. He believes that computers make him dependent of energy corporations and computer manufacturers. He even goes as far as calling production of electricity rape of nature. As he states, how could I write conscientiously against the rape of nature if I were in the act of writing implicated in the rape? Warwick, on the other hand, sees a lot of weaknesses in the human race. He is working on growing a human brain and will use it to control a robot. Many are against or are worried of his work, but he thinks that it's all about marketing. As he said, the military calls something a drone and it suddenly makes it seem harmless. Those things are extremely dangerous weapon systems, choosing their own targets and killing humans, and we accept it as a society. So I think going along the same sort of marketing. The marketing of the electronic manufacturers is exactly what Barry thinks is wrong. He believes that their attempts to tell people they need ever more advanced technology is propelling society in a wrong direction. He has some specific points and requirements that a new technological invention needs to be able to comply before they are helping the community and worth buying. These include lower prices, smaller sizes, simplicities that allows everyone to fix them, and the ability to power them without using electricity from traditional sources. He wants local communities to be able to support themselves and see technology and the globalization it brings as a problem. This is in stark contrast. As Warwick says, the big advantage of electrical simulation is that it can be very specific. As engineers, we can engineer the human body and engineer medicine. I see it as a very exciting field in the next 100 years. While Warwick and Barry speak of different technologies, their opinion about technology is clear. Warwick proposes taking technology far beyond what Barry thinks is reasonable and sees it as exciting. Warwick acknowledges the controversies of his work, going so far as considering the scenario of the Terminator film series realistic. This has not stopped him from making ever more advanced machines. His work may also solve some big problems in today's society. Warwick believes it can cure things like schizophrenia and Parkinson's disease. He prefers to see the pros of the technological development over the cons, which he believes exist.
The upside of technology is the simplicity it provides to humans. Technology makes difficult tasks simpler, but according to Barry, it's creating more complex problems than it solves. Mr. Warwick claims that technology is the future and is going to make humans better and more effective. This can help a lot of people all around the globe. There is a lot of ethical questions when we talk about humans enhancement. There are disagreement and the question of the debate is where it is.